You ready?
Let's do it.
What? I mean, it's been turning up with the girl around us and she loving her. If we don't know you, don't go close to her. If you with your girl, let me hear you say what?
Good afternoon, good evening, good night. This is season 3, episode 3 of the Reed Talk and Listen podcast. I am your host, Nick Reed, along with my brother and co-host, Trey Reed. How you doing tonight, man?
Pretty good. Can't complain. How you doing today?
Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good, Not too busy today, not too busy every day, you know what I'm saying? But it was a good day, man. How about yourself? I know work has been something heavy on you lately, or I'm gonna say heavy on you, but work's been a big deal for you lately. So
Oh yeah,
speak on that.
had my boss coming to town along with his boss, our region director, riding around with me, and it was a hell of a day. Learned a lot. I taught a lot, surprisingly, and it turned out way better than I thought. Anytime you have the big guns come to town, them nerves get worked up, but I'm used to it by now.
Exactly, man. And it's kind of crazy, like how your work life ends up kind of becoming like a sports life. Like in your sports life, when coaches come watch you play, uh, you show out. You want to show out. You want to be, you want to put on for them. You know what I'm saying? So whenever the boss is seeing you do something, you want to make sure you put on for them as well, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, and it don't get any less stressful. The more I do it, the more stress I get because I know they really watching. But
Yeah,
they put the small things, and we all know when it comes to sports, it's the small things that matter anyway.
exactly. And also, once you do well, you don't want to drop the bar. You know what
Right?
I mean? Like there's
You
you
got to
always
proven. You know what I'm saying?
exactly, exactly. Well,
So,
man, we've been doing a horrible job at this, but we're gonna clean that up tonight. So
all
go ahead and tell the people where they can find us at, man.
right, guys. So you can find the RTL podcast, that's the Read, Talk, and Listen podcast on Spotify or Apple Music. Not Apple Music, Apple Podcast. My bad. And if you want to go back and watch the shows, you can go and catch them on YouTube as well.
Exactly. All those platforms right there. Go get it. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and most importantly for us, that share button, because we just want to get this out there to as many people as we can. And with y'all's help, we can do that. We want to spread this RTL brand and keep it growing, so we can keep bringing y'all this content weekly, and sometimes twice, 3 times a week if we can,
Oh yeah.
uh, for you guys.
Oh yeah, and don't treat us like a side chick. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching the show, go and hit that share. Let your friends and family know that you tuned in to the RTL. Bring them in. They can hop in the chat. They can interact. We can get this thing popping.
Exactly. If you are a fan of the RTL, don't be a silent secret fan. There's no shame in liking what we say. There's no shame in liking the opinions that come from me or Trey. You know what I mean? So go ahead and tell your friends about us. Like like the videos, share the videos. And if you're watching this on Spotify or listening to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, tell your friends about that too, because they can like and subscribe on there as well.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. But breaking news of the day broke the internet. Every time you scrolled, you saw it.
That's all you see.
But it wasn't shocking to us.
Nope.
You know what I mean? It wasn't shocking to us. Before I even break down what I'm talking about, most people probably already know. But this information wasn't necessarily a shock to the Read Talk and Listen podcast or the Read Talk and Listen podcast faithfuls, because back in season 1
And season 2.
and season 2, we had an HBCU episode, and we kind of spoke of these things coming into fruition and these things happening, and now we're seeing that. And what I'm talking about is the Travis Hunter commitment to Jackson State University.
Oh, dude, I was at work today, and I'm sitting in my car. I'm sitting eating lunch, and boom, I get the notification from ESPN. I'm like, oh snap! No, all I saw was Jackson State. So I'm thinking, oh, first thing coming to my mind is, oh, they didn't got Dion up in something. They, saying he in some trouble. But when I read it, it was like Jackson State steals top recruit from Florida State. I'm thinking, oh snap! Like we just talked about this shit. I mean, I can say just talked about it, but what I'm saying, we were just really talking about this shit. And I got to reading them like, oh man, like they stole, because I keep seeing conflicting articles. Some say he's the number one prospect, and then some say he's the number 2 prospect in the country. But I know he's number 1 corner. But I guess depending on which website you're looking at, they got him at number 1 or number 2. But
well, first of all, he's not only the number 1 corner, he is the highest rated corner coming out of high school ever.
Oh wow.
That's something that's only been said on a couple of sites.
Yeah.
But he is the number 1 rated corner ever. There's never been a corner projected to be this good at the college level. He's been a Florida State fan his entire life.
Right.
Got the offer from Florida State. Decommits from Florida State, and he makes his choice with Jackson State. And it's got a lot of people in uproar. Some people are very, very happy. Some people think this is very progressive, but there's also a group of people who choose to try to slander this kid for making his decision. So I want you to talk about that for a little bit.
Oh yeah. Well, before I get to that though, you know what I'm saying? He posted a thing on Twitter, and I'm just gonna read it out for the people. So this is his letter as to why he decided to commit to Jackson State. So he says, Florida State has always been a beacon for me. I grew up down there. That's where my roots are, and I never doubted that I would play for the Seminoles. It's a dream that is hard to let go of, but sometimes we are called to step into a bigger future than the one we imagine for ourselves. For me, the future is at Jackson State. Jerry Rice, Doug Williams, and of course the legend JSU's own Walter Payton. Historically Black colleges and universities have a rich history in football. I want to be a part of that history and more. I want to be part of that future. I am making this decision so that I can light the way for others to follow. Make it a little easier for the next player to recognize that HBCUs may be everything you want and more. An exciting college experience, a vital community, and a life-changing place to play football. I look forward to working with the iconic Deion Sanders and especially with my fellow Tigers. Along with Coach Prime, they have made me feel like I'm already a part of the team and family, like I'm home. And I can't wait to be welcomed to the next class of top athletes and to the family of HBCU athletes. He basically said everything that we talked about in our HBCU episode.
Yeah.
He make this decision because he wants to be a part of a legacy, something that's starting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you mentioned it earlier, him making this decision has really ruffled the feathers of a lot of people, not just the Florida State fans, but also, sports media writers, and, of course, other, college analysts across the country. Really ruffled their feathers.
Most definitely. And I don't understand that. I don't understand the ruffling of the feathers. You know what I mean? I don't understand how this kid's commitment is ruining your day. I don't understand how this kid's decision weighs in on how you go about doing your business. If anything, especially from the sports analyst side or the media side, if anything, he's giving you something to talk about for the next couple of months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So not only is he stepping out on the forefront of a movement and trying to start a trend, I believe, he's also helping you out in the same token. So get off this kid's back. We talk about it all the time. We want people to step up. It's all about the youth. We speak on the youth all the time. We speak for the youth all the time. You know what I mean? The next step of this country is for the youth. You know what I mean? So especially for people that look like us and look like him. If you are slandering this kid for making his decision, if you think he's ruined his career by making his decision, if you say shame on Deion for shelter or for stopping this kid from going and being whatever you think or believe he can be, you are part of the problem.
Yep, exactly. And what's going on is people are saying, "Oh, he's playing down. He don't want to go play with the big boys." Deion Sanders has made it very loud and clear that there is just as much talent at the HBC level than it is at the Power Five conferences. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And if Deion honestly believes that, he went and did what we said to do at the HBC episode. I know y'all can get tired of hearing us refer to it, but that's where our stuff is coming from. We said the reason HBCUs don't land these big athletes, these top athletes, is because they don't go sit on that couch. You know what I'm saying? They don't come knock on the door and, hey, Mr. Reed, I would love for you to come play at Jackson State. I love for you to come play at Grambling. They don't come knock on the door. Deion said, scratch that. If I believe I should play with the big dogs, I'm going to get the big dogs.
Exactly.
And when Deion Sanders was speaking at, everybody was like, "Oh yeah, Deion. Oh yeah." But there's one thing that I can promise you in my 32 years of life, I can promise you this remains true. People will support your dream until you make it a reality.
Exactly.
People didn't think Deion was going to be able to go get no five-star recruit, especially no recruit, let alone be the number 2. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now that he's doing it, now they're saying, "Oh snap! Now we got a problem." Now we got a problem. Now I don't ever get on my soapbox on this podcast. I normally sit back. I let that be your job. But when I was saw this article and started reading the comment section, it pissed me off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because very rarely do we see somebody say or do what they say they're gonna do. Our politicians don't do it. Hell, 95% of the time, the coaches that we play for don't do it.
Exactly.
But Deion's doing it. He's making Jackson State a destination for top black athletes in this country.
Exactly. And last year, a lot of the cry out was for the draft. We don't have any draft. There was no guys from the HBCU level drafted, but the talent was there. That was the cry. We have the talent, but no one was drafted. Well, now I'm going to go get the number 1 corner in the country coming out of high school. He's going to play for me. He's going to be the number 1. He's going to be the number 1 corner in the SWAC. He's going to be the number 1 corner in the country, and he better be drafted as the number 1 corner, or we're going to have a problem.
Right.
Yes, Brandon Deion will stay, and I think we saw that this year. If he didn't take the LSU job, or he didn't even acknowledge the LSU job, or the TCU job. So I think Deion's here to stay. I'm not saying that he's locked in a bad way, but he's definitely locked into what he's talked too much, and obviously he's putting it into action. But he's talked too much to walk away from HBCU and go to a Power 5 because he just told this kid, you don't need to go to a Power 5 to make your dreams a reality. Come here. You're going to get the same perks as far as NIL goes. You're going to get the same play, and we're going to get you to the NFL. And if he makes that a reality, I think we're going to see it. I think we'll see it now already, but especially if that happens, we're going to see it.
Oh yeah, I think the next couple of days or the next couple of weeks, I'm confused as to when National Signing Day is, because I guess this is the early signing period. They can sign now.
Yeah, there's been 2. I think there was one a few weeks ago, and then there was one today.
Okay, because I know back in my day, the National Signing Day was always the second Wednesday of the year. No, second Wednesday of February, right?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, so. I don't know if they're still doing that, if that's going to be the huge national day where ESPN covers it and everything. But if it is, I can promise you from now until then, we're going to see a whole lot of change, a whole lot of decommits and people going to Jackson State.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They just landed the number 1 corner. So guess what? If I'm the number 1 linebacker, I might take a look at Jackson State. If I'm the number 1 safety, I might take a look at Jackson State. Because guess what? If we all get there, guess what's going to come? The media is going to come. They have to come.
Yeah. Which the media is already coming. We saw that last year. We saw more coverage in the SWAC than we've ever seen.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So we're seeing the media make their move towards the SWAC. We see the talent level is there. And then if you keep getting coaches at the level of a Deion, at the level of an Eddie George, I think that was probably one of the most watched. That probably was one of the most watched games they had this year.
Yep. Marshall Faulk.
You know what I mean? Coached by Marshall Faulk. We keep getting that because it's hard. How can you be a running back? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How can you be? It's going to be hard to be a running back, especially in this day and age. We see what's happening to running backs all throughout the country. How can you be a running back? And Eddie George, I know we're getting a little further out of the Eddie George era. You know what I mean? He wasn't as big of a star unless you really watch football as Deion. But Eddie George comes and sits on your couch and says, hey, I need a running back. This is who I think you are. This is what I think we need. Bam. Here they come. They're going to put the names on the back of that young man's jersey. They say gems or names. What do he say?
He said the names.
Yeah, they're gonna put the names on the back of them jerseys, and it's over with. I mean, the SWAC is becoming. They're gonna make the conference a competitive conference. Now, what could happen? Because I gotta come from both ways here. What could happen with the Jackson State? Let's just say pile up. If there's a Jackson State pile up, people start decommitting from Power 5 schools and committing to Jackson State. They all go to Jackson State. I don't believe that beating everybody 53-0 or 65-0 is going to get the results that Deion wants either.
Oh no, but I've also you hear that same conversation up here with North Dakota State University. People are constantly saying they should leave the Missouri Valley. They should. There's nothing. They have nothing else they can do in Division I. AA. There's nothing else they can do. They've won, I think 6-7 national titles, and I think they could hang. They could make a splash in a American conference. What's the conference Cincinnati's in?
American Athletic.
Yeah, American Athletic Conference. They can make a splash in the Sun Belt Conference. Hell, they can make a splash in Mountain West, if you want to be honest with you. So they can move up. We might see Jackson State move up if the SWAC becomes, I'm not gonna say too easy, but less competitive than than what they are now. I can see Deion saying, we need to make a bid for one of these other conferences. We have to.
Do you believe that is the ultimate goal for Deion? Do you think Deion wants to make the SWAC a powerhouse and everybody in the SWAC is good, or does he want to make Jackson State as good as possible and move Jackson State up into a Power 5 conference?
I think Deion wants to make the SWAC good because guess what? Like you said, the pile up. I think Deion is the type of person that once he realized he got all the pieces he needs, hey son, I know you want to come to Jackson State. I know you want to come, but we full right now. We full. But go down to Tennessee State and talk to my boy Eddie. You know what I'm saying? Go over to Missouri. I forgot where Marshall Falk is, but go over there and talk to Coach Falk. I'm sure they got a spot for it, and he might already have it set up.
He might, and I hope so because that's what I'm saying. I don't think that Jackson State becoming a humongous powerhouse in the SWAC and running through everybody and just piling up all the good players I don't think that's going unless he's trying to move Jackson State out of the SWAC into a different conference and show that we can really play with these guys.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised that if Jackson State, if they don't schedule one of the Power 5 schools next year, if not next year, definitely the year before, the year after. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Okay, so give me your percentage wise. Give me what are we about to see right here, percentage wise? We're going to see a lot of kids moving over to the HBCUs actually this year. Is this going to start a wave right now, or is it going to be a few more years, and then we're going to see a wave?
It's gonna be a few years because what's gonna happen is people gonna see how it pan out. Saying you got people, you got two levels of people. You got the people that's diehard. I'm going all in right now, and then you're gonna have those athletes that, oh, man, I really want to go, but I'm gonna see how they play it out first. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see how it worked for them, and then if it worked, then I'll jump in. You know what I'm saying? It takes a special person to be to jump on the wave as it starts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta be a special person to be that to be a leader. And like I said, Mr. Hunter said it in his speech or his post on Twitter. I want to be the one to lead the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to be that one. So guess what? Just say he goes to once he gets to Jackson State, he balls out. 3 years, goes to the league, gets drafted in the first round. Guess what? From here on out, anytime they mention a player going from HBCU to NFL, his name is gonna ring.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter led this way.
Yeah.
And his name is gonna be up there with the Jerry Rices, the Doug Williams, and of course, and I didn't even know this. I didn't even know Walter Payton went to Jackson State.
Yeah, same here.
You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be a big thing. So he wants to see his name mentioned with those guys. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to see more. You know what I'm saying? And people are making a big fuss of, well, Barstool gave him $1.7 million. It's about getting the bag.
Exactly.
You don't.
Exactly.
I don't hear no one talking all that shit about Quinn Ewers getting all that money going to Ohio State. I don't hear talking about people talking about Bryce Young getting all that money at Alabama.
Exactly. Exactly. And I think that speaks more on the story than we're even giving it credit. You know what I mean? I think that's Deion stepping up right there and showing, hey, Jackson State, hey, we can definitely play with the big dogs. Exactly. If we gotta throw the bag to get the guy we want to get, we're gonna throw the bag. If we gotta have few Chevy trucks for my old lineman to drive, we're gonna have a couple Chevy trucks for my old lineman to drive. You know what I mean? And I think that's where he's saying, hey, this HBCU life can be just as glamorous, can be just as exclusive as going to a Power 5 school, and you're still gonna get the ball, and you're still gonna get to your ultimate goal, which is playing in the National Football League.
Exactly. Yo, so I was reading about this Travis Hunter kid. He visited Georgia, he visited Auburn, and of course he visited as Florida State FSU, which is he made his commitment to go to Florida State back in March of 2020.
Yeah.
Deion Sanders gets him on the campus of Jackson State when they were playing Alcorn State. He mentioned just that game, the atmosphere, being around the players, the locker room, the facilities, the campus, all the history that came with going to an HBCU. He felt all that. He felt some type of way. He felt the way that he didn't feel when he went to these other schools. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and that's another revert back to our first HBCU episode. If you go and you get them on campus, I remember when we had, I believe we had Kennard on.
Yep.
If you would have just got them on campus, if you would have just got me on campus, they would have just got you on campus. Who knows what would have happened? Because there's something in us. It's music, it's rhythm, and stuff like that. Even right now, in my job right now, if there is a high school who has a band that is jamming and the showstoppers with it, or whatever they're called, the dancers, and they're in the stands rocking. When I'm filming, it's an involuntary motion. I feel it. I can't help it. It's in me. It's in that. It's in me. It's in you. You know what I mean?
Yep. And
so you get that kid on campus. You got his family with him. He's walking around. Damn near everybody looks just like him.
Yep.
The music starts playing. It's songs he knows, songs he grew up granny listening to, but the band's playing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody rocking. On top of that, you got Deion standing beside you. Who knows? There's always a celebrity on the sideline now. The atmosphere is almost unmatchable to a kid of color. Yep. It's unmatchable because if you go to an Auburn, nobody looks like you.
Nope.
Except the dudes out there playing. Let's just be real. You know what I mean? Nobody looks like you except the dudes out there playing. The student sections got on chubbies and polos. You don't wear that.
Nope.
The band's playing the alma mater you've never heard before. It doesn't feel the same. You've been on visits.
Yeah, it's a different atmosphere because
you know you're there for one reason.
Yep.
You know you're there for one reason. You know you're there to ball. Everybody else that looks like you that's there is there to ball.
The ball.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just the real of the fact. That's not me thinking some type of way. That's not me feeling some type of way. That's just the real of the fact. If you got an argument about it, like we always say, hit the link, hop in the DMs, whatever you got to do. But that's just the real of the fact. So if you get these guys onto an HBCU campus, it's gonna be hard, especially when you're able to compete with the bag.
Yep.
Because let's not get it twisted, guys. This football shit is low key fugazi. This football shit is low key fugazi. Because before the NIL, before guys could get the bag, you could go and be a star, make that school millions on millions on millions of dollars,
and not get a dime,
and not make it to the NFL, and you are whatever you become, whatever you make yourself.
That's it.
Now, it's about getting the bag. Wherever I can go and get this bag to secure whatever few, because it was all good when the second plan was just that degree. When
Yeah,
the second plan was just your degree, everybody was cool with having a second plan. But now the second plan is getting to the money, and now it's a problem.
yeah. Degree.
No,
The,
go
the,
get the
third. The degree is third on the thing.
go get the bag.
Get the bag, and if football don't work out, I guess what? I had already made a couple $1 million. Yeah, if I need the degree, I might get. If not, I can go do something else with this money. I can go start a business. I can do some investments. I have ways to now take care of my family.
Exactly. It's a transfer of power that's going on right now, and I'm really loving it. Although people suffer, but in any movement, somebody gonna suffer.
Somebody got to suffer. It's wild because yesterday, after my work with my boss, we sit in the car, and he basically he's coaching me. That's what it is. Today you did this, you did this, you did this. I didn't like this, I did like this. You know what I'm saying? It's basically it's our film session without the film. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. And he said something to me. He goes, wins or success doesn't come without sacrifice. And I was like, what's that got to do with the tobacco game? You know what I'm saying? Well, what does it got to do with? He goes, look here, man. He goes, this whole year we've been focusing on brand launches. You know what I'm saying? Getting these stores on different contracts and all this. Although we got those big wins, focusing on the big stuff, we sacrificed the little stuff. We let our sets, our sets kind of got trashy. You know what I'm saying? Some of our independent outlets, their pricing is off.
Yeah.
That's stuff we normally would catch, but we were so focused on the big win. You know what I'm saying? We sacrificed the small stuff. Bringing it back to this subject, in order to get big wins, there are going to be some sacrifices. All, you know what I'm saying? And that's just life, period.
Exactly. So, and the sacrifice we're talking about, guys, it's the high school guys who are right there on the cuff. They're pretty daggum good. Some of them are really, really good. They're right there on the cuff, but colleges are waiting to see if guys are going to jump into the portal at that position. Because you'd rather take a guy who's already college ready, for a fact, than a guy who obviously is a kid coming out of high school.
Yep.
So those guys are suffering a little bit right now, and I hate that. But someone has to suffer. But the transfer of power is much more bigger than that.
Oh yeah,
much more bigger.
I mean, we just take this example. Somewhere in this country, there was a kid who played DN, who had his eyes set. I'm going to Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? They already gave me an offer. I'm coming in, and little did he know that there was a cat down at LSU. That was you know what? I'm making my way to Arkansas, top DN. That kid, I love it. That's what the portal's for. But for that kid in high school who thought he was gonna be DN in Arkansas, getting that, he ain't probably not gonna get that scholarship now.
Exactly.
Now I got a guy who's he's seasoned. I ain't got to wait for him to get big. He came in big. I gotta wait a year for you, and I ain't got that kind of time.
Exactly.
I gotta win now.
And we're gonna start seeing that a lot more around the country. We might not hear about it, but we're gonna start seeing it. You know what I mean? That's just the real of the fact. That's just how the game's going right now. But the transfer of power is so much bigger than that I'm okay with it.
Yes, it needs to change. It needed to change. When I was in school, I was cool. I was fine. I didn't struggle. I didn't have to worry about food. None of that shit. I played with teammates too. You know what I'm saying? When I say worry about food, I'm talking like the late night shit when the cafe ain't open. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I was at Navy, that was never an issue. When I transferred to Southern Arkansas, hey, you can ask anybody that know me. My closet and refrigerator stayed full. Mama came up, made sure, you know what I'm saying, every other month, refrigerator full, cabinet full of snacks and food. But I saw other teammates who struggled. You know what I'm saying? Hey, T-Reed, let me get a bag of chips, man. Hey, man, help yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be that way. If I'm at a school and I know that I'm bringing revenue into the school when I go out there and play on Saturday, I should be getting paid. Not paid, not just paid, but not paid a bunch, but something. Give me something, man.
Exactly.
Or allow me to go out and make some paper.
Exactly. And I think that and we'll get to that on another pod. That's a different pod. You know what I'm saying? That's a different pod. But the NCAA got off slick. But we're gonna get to that on a different pod because, like you said, they're still not the ones breaking out the bag. They're
Exactly.
still not the ones breaking out the bag. The schools aren't really the ones still breaking out the bag either. So but that's for another podcast. But tying this all back into the reason we got on this subject of the bag is that Jackson State is willing to throw the bag, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Don't hate on Jackson State for throwing the bag because no one's hating on any other school in the country
Not
for
at all.
throwing the bag at these athletes.
No. So hey, sometimes you gotta level the playing field.
Exactly. And if that's the way we can level it, we can level it. Oh, you know, Under Armour is going to be thick off into Jackson State. I'm sure they're going to work out some NIL deals through Under Armour. Barstool, Jackson State just made Barstool a ton of money last year. So I'm sure Jackson State Barstool is ready to throw the bag. They're throwing the bag they're the ones who are throwing the bag at this kid. 1.7 million, I believe.
Yep.
So Jackson State, level the playing field. Get who you're going to get. Deacon, keep going on this stride. Hey, the RTL podcast is right behind you all the way from season 1.
Yep. Hey, and I'm going to say something to these recruits out here, and people going to be mad at me for saying this, but, hey, it is what it is. Sit back and look at all the backlash that this Travis Hunter kid is getting for signing with Jackson State. Sit back and look at it. These schools, these fans, these companies, the media and all that, they don't give a shit about your humanity. They don't care about you. All they care about is your talent. And if they can't have your talent on the team or network or the team or the teams that played on their network, they don't give a shit about you and they're gonna talk shit about you. Watch this shit. Watch it and don't and stop allowing yourself to be played. It's over with now. This is over with. Social media is allowing people to be open. That's why I named this show That's How You Feel. Because now you're starting to see how people really feel about you. Now, if he'd have said, I'm going to Florida State, wouldn't have been no issue.
Nope.
If he'd have picked Georgia, wouldn't have been no issue.
Nope.
If he'd have picked Auburn, wouldn't have been no issue. When they saw them 3 hats up there, they thought he was going to one of their schools. He thought it. They thought it. Hell, I thought
on me.
But when he threw that, I really wish they wouldn't have put the surprise in the title of the video. I wish they would have said, just kind of left it out for a surprise.
Yeah.
But when he unzipped that shirt and I saw Believe, I said, Believe? Hell, Believe. And then it popped through that Jackson State hat up there. And I saw that J. I said, oh, shit.
I'm telling you, man. I knew it was crazy. And this is something right here. Yes, our mother is a football fan. We both played college football. She was one of the hardest coaches you ever going to come around. Or I say hardest critics. I won't say hardest coaches. Hardest critics.
Damn good recruit.
But she called me. She called me and was like, hey, did you see what just happened as the number 1 player in the country going to Jackson State? You know what I'm saying? Yes, she is a football fan. Or she knows football, but she does not follow football. She doesn't follow the game. That's not something she's going to do. She doesn't know who's going where. She doesn't know recruiting. So the fact that she called me and was saying that, I'm like, okay, this is historical, right? This is something huge. Like that let me know right there. This is touching more people than this kid ever thought that he was going to touch. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So this is humongous right here. I don't want to get stuck on this all night long, but this is a humongous topic, and I don't want it to be overshadowed because I know the media cycle is going to overshadow or try to get it up out of the media cycle pretty quickly. But I don't want this to be overshadowed. I want a lot of people to keep up with this kid, and let's see what happens. And keep up with Jackson State's recruiting class as well, and let's see what happens there because I think that's going to be something tremendous at the end of it.
Oh, definitely. Like, I mean, if you just look at Deion Sanders' resume since he's been at Jackson State, I mean, they won the SWAC, coach of the year. I mean, he's just stacking up accolades, and he's not only bringing Jackson State along with him, he's bringing the whole SWAC along with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, and it's it's gonna take a few years, but people are gonna start taking the SWAC seriously.
Oh yeah, they're not leaving it up to chance.
Nope.
They're gonna make you take them seriously. But in other college football news, you mentioned them earlier. Quinn Ewers transfers from Ohio State down to the Longhorns of Texas. And a lot of people Well, first of all, let's just talk about it's a humongous win for the University of Texas.
Yeah, because as soon as I saw that he was transferring to Texas, dude, I started seeing. I think Texas signed like 3 or 4 guys from Duncanville.
They signed the old lineman from Duncanville for sure.
They signed the O lineman. I think they signed a couple D linemen, or I think a D lineman. I know there was 3 guys from Duncanville.
Yeah,
At least 3. You know what I'm saying? And they're a hell of a team. And then you start seeing, receivers and safeties and more. Texas last week, I think they gained like 10 to 15 more recruits.
yeah. They got the African kid. I don't want to butcher his name. With the African kid, he's an old lineman as well. But there's also a deal on the table. That's what I'm saying. No one's talking about these other schools spending the money. Yes, I'm sure that these linemen want to block for Mr. Ewers. I'm sure they want to block for him. But let's not forget that there is an NIL deal on the table right here, the pancake deal. That all old linemen that sign with Texas next year, they will make, I believe it is $50,000. They will make $50K per year if they sign with Texas. So why is no one questioning these players on what they're doing? Why is no one questioning this pancake deal? Why is no one saying, well, they're only going there because of this money? Why is that? Why is the narrative being spun in different categories on the same topic?
Oh, it's just because it's HBCU, and a lot of it's because people never heard of them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know anything about HBCUs. They just don't.
Exactly.
So for a kid to go there, like, why would he go there? We don't even know. They don't even play on TV. We don't even know them. But
Exactly. And for people that are just for this, if this is your first time tuning into the Read Talk and Listen podcast, no, we don't have some type of race complex where we think, oh, everything's always out to get the black side of it or the color side of it. No, that is not how we feel. But we are strictly a real of the fact podcast, straight to the truth, straight to the base of it, and it's right in your face. Common sense, right in your face here. You know what I'm saying? And if it's right in your face, we're gonna call it out, and hopefully we change it. But no one's talking about these kids getting the money. But at the end of the day, it is a humongous win for the University of Texas.
Oh, definitely. And then I saw this Quinn kid play last year, and I can tell you he is a program-changing quarterback. I mean, I figured he'd go to Ohio State and start right off the rip, but I think him going to Ohio State and then transferring to Texas, I think that shit was all in the plan because it's happened too quick.
Oh yeah, and there's been articles about that. There've been posts about that this whole thing was strictly a money grab. But again, like we just said earlier, go get the bag. If you know you need to sit out a year and you need to go to Ohio State and go through that program for a season to get this however many $1 million and then come back and play where you originally wanted to play, hey, let's do it.
Yeah, the portal gonna be there. The portal's gonna be there if I'm a recruit. And I'm probably gonna mess up a lot of people's money because if somebody hear this podcast, they're gonna be like, this food might be right. But say I'm a recruit, I'm the top quarterback in the country, and I got every school offering me whatever. Well, y'all, I can play football anywhere. At this point, football's off the table. I already know I can play. What's this? What are y'all doing with this with NIL? How am I gonna get some paper? Well, like we said last week, hey man, come what's his name? Lincoln Riley, come talk to me. Hey man, come to LA. You know what I'm saying? We can get you a couple $1 million, get you some movie deals. I dip out. I leave high school early. I don't play my senior year. I leave early. I get there. I'm there a year. I'm there a couple months early. I get some commercial deals. I sign some endorsements. I get paid. And guess what? I redshirt that year to get some size on me. Learn the program. Learn how this college game work. All right, cool. Hey, I'm hitting that portal. I'm transferring to LSU. Is where I want to go anyway.
Exactly. Or we might see him start going to like small. We might see him like dropping down, not like not like dropping down to Division II or anything like that. But we might start seeing guys like leave a USC and go down to a Tulsa, or you know what I'm saying? Like that's where I'm gonna go ball at Tulsa. You know what I'm saying? Like I've made my millions of dollars. I'm gonna go ball at Tulsa, and I'm gonna have a great career. And you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna get money there as well. And I'm going to do what I got to do or whatever school they decide to transfer to. I think we're going to start seeing a lot more of that because like I said earlier, it's a transfer of power. The same way that college coaches sat in living rooms for years and lied to kids' faces about how it was going to go when they got there. Now these kids get a chance to lie in these coaches' faces. I mean, call it what it is. Lie in these coaches' faces and go there and it not happen in the future how the coach thought it was going to go down.
Yep.
And I'm so sick. I'm glad we're on this right here because I'm so sick of seeing all these people, oh, man, I can't believe all these players are going in the portal. They should be punished. They should be punished for going in the portal. Oh, they should stay loyal to these teams. Man, kill all that. You're going to be a captain. Exactly, Cam. Hey, let them know who Cam.
I'm the captain now.
They should not be penalized for going into the portal. There should not be any stipulations of going into the portal, and especially if the coach leaves.
Yep.
I am committing to a coach. When I am making my decision as a college football player to go somewhere, I am going somewhere where they are coaching to my style of play.
Yep.
I can't leave that up to grabs when this new coaching style comes in. I'm sorry, all y'all sitting behind the keyboard and all y'all watching the TV on Saturday. Y'all ain't going through this shit.
They don't know how it go. They don't
exactly.
A new coach come in because I experienced it on the recruiting side. I wasn't at Navy when the coaching changed, but I was being recruited by Paul Johnson's staff.
Yeah,
Johnson dipped and went to Georgia Tech. All communication with Navy stopped. It was over here, nothing. So I had to do what I had to do. I ended up committing to Army. I told the story before, committed to Army. But then when I called Navy to let them know that I was not coming there, they then brought me in. But some players are at schools where this coach, be it the head coach, hell, really just focus on the head coach. Head coach get you in there. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't even have to be the head coach. But your position coach is probably going with
your position coach recruits you, and he knows you. Hey, man, this is my plan for you, XYZ. He leaves. New guy comes in. You might not be his type of back.
Exactly.
He might want a Derrick Henry type back. He might not want a Deion Sanders type of back.
Exactly.
Not Deion.
Barry Sanders. Boy, you stay on it on here, boy.
Yeah, I know. But he might not want a Barry Sanders type of back. You know what I'm saying? So now you out in the cold. You might get a head coach in. Or a new head coach, the head coach that recruited you, he might have, you know what I'm saying, you might be a wide receiver. It's a spread offense. That coach, the head coach gets fired or leave, new coach come in, and we run heavy. Now you out in the cold.
Exactly.
So no, I don't believe in it at all. Like I said, you don't owe nobody shit.
You don't. You don't owe these guys anything because if the roles are reversed, they're going to replace you.
Yep.
As fast as you can leave, they can replace you faster.
Yep.
And they replace you in their mind way before they replace you in real life. So you really got to go through something before you actually get replaced. And that's what I'm saying. These people that are typing this shit, these people that are saying this stuff about these kids, because a lot of them are still kids. Some of them are grown men, but a lot of them are still kids. People that are saying stuff about them, man, y'all don't know what these kids are having to go through. If I told you right now, at your job, you're going to go to work every single day and work the hardest you've ever worked at your job. But hey, I don't give a damn how many weeks go by. On Friday, you're not getting paid. How many of y'all staying at that job? How many of y'all gonna stay at that job? At the end of your 2 weeks, at the end of your week, if you're getting paid bi-weekly, at the end of your week, you're not gonna get paid.
Nobody saying no, I'm gone. Hey, Cam said it. Shit.
You're not getting paid. You're not going to stay there. That's the same thing with these college football players. If they're going to go to practice, they're going to go to workouts, they're going to dog it, they're going to be on scout team, they're going to do all this shit, and they're not going to get paid. Why would they stay there? Why would they stay there?
When we say getting paid, we're talking about getting burned, some playtime.
Yeah, I'm talking. Yeah, exactly. They're not going to. That's the pay for your work in football, is the playing time. The shit y'all see on Saturday, the videos that come out, all that rah rah hoo hoo ha ha shit. That's all cool and glamorous or whatever, but that's a small portion.
A small portion
of the college football game.
A small portion. That's why, hey, I give it up to Deion for letting Barstool come in, because there's a whole lot of programs out there that would not have what's that show called? The NFL do Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks.
You think the NFL Hard Knocks is rough? Put them cameras in a college locker room. Man, they talk to you like you ain't got no kind of humanity.
Exactly, but that can't happen anymore. That can't happen anymore because I can just go. I can just leave. The by the balls mentality of the college coaching staffs and it's over.
I mean, this year we've seen Ohio State had 2 players quit during the game. Walked out. What? I ain't getting in. You told me I was getting in. All right, peace. I'll see y'all in the locker room.
Exactly, and I'm not trying to say that it's okay for players to have like bad attitudes. Let's get that straight, right? I'm not trying to say it's okay for players to walk around and think like, oh, I'm running this shit. If you say anything to me, I'm just gonna leave. No, I'm not saying that mentality. But if you're not going to play, if it's been told to you, because that's what happens, it gets told to you. You've been told you're not gonna play. If you see, or if you just peep it, if you just peep that you're not gonna play,
You people
go somewhere else. Go play football. You went to school to go play football. Let's keep it a book. Can I keep it a book with y'all? Can I keep it a book with everybody?
About the gun line, boss.
No, college football players are going to school to play football. They're going to school to play football.
Yep.
Period. Yes, it is fine to learn. No one is against learning. No one is against getting degrees, anything like that. But they are going to school to play football. If that was the case, the National Signing Day wouldn't be so crazy. I'm just going to go to who had the best. I'm just going to go to who got the best schooling. If I was really going to school to go to school, you know what I mean? And Harvard offers me, I'm going to go there over anybody or whoever. You know what I mean? Everybody will be, these college football players will be jam-packed, lined up to get into the Ivy League schools.
And they ain't had no top recruit class in years.
You see what I'm saying? So no, they're not going to school to go to school. They're going to play football. So let's keep it football.
Yep.
All right?
And that's for all sports.
That's for all sports.
I mean, you look at basketball players. Go to college campus. Basketball players go to school in the fall. In spring, for the ones that know that they on their way, they don't go to class in the spring.
One and done.
It's ball from the time they get up to the time they go to sleep. They're not going to class because they know I'm gone. I'm one and done.
One and done. One and done. And it's a good thing though. It's a good thing. There's a lot of things that kind of sound bad when they come out, and when you say it, kind of sounds bad, like the kids just going to school for sports or whatever. But it's all true.
It's true.
It's all factual.
Because they wouldn't be there any other way. If you look at a college football team, there's a handful of guys that could have actually got into that school, you know what I'm saying, on their academic merits.
Yeah.
It's that it is what it is. Because you have schools out there that are private schools that they say, hey, we want to be good. Hey man, we gotta
lower our standards.
We gotta lower these standards. We gotta compete with some of these big dogs. So we gotta lower the standards, let them in.
Gotta lower the standards to get them in. And that has been the problem with a lot of these schools. You start seeing schools come up on the rise, and you're like, oh, they were starting to get so good, and then they kind of just leveled out. That's where the leveling out comes in.
Yeah.
That's where the leveling out comes into play. Because these guys cannot get into this school. I'm sorry, I just got a text message about something crazy and it kind of threw me off a little bit. But these guys can't get into these schools, man.
They can't. They can't get in. And like I said, the talent tapers off. And then what? Now you're back at square one. It's hard to compete with, you know what I'm saying, the UTs and the Oklahomas and the Alabamas. Because you can play ball, we're gonna find a way for you to get in.
We're gonna find a way for you to get in, which that's sad. That's the crazy thing about it, because you gotta talk about this in a slight way, because you don't want kids to start thinking, you know, like, oh, I don't have to really pay attention to high school or whatever. I don't have if I'm good enough, they're gonna get me in. There's a certain extent to that.
You know, they can get you in. Now you can pay attention in high school so you can stay.
You know what I'm saying? They not at a certain level, they can't even get you in.
Oh yeah, at a certain level, yeah.
At a certain level, they can't even get you in.
If you,
I tell kids all the time to get on their grades to make it easier
yep,
for them to get you in.
that 3.0 and up, 3.0 and up.
That way, you don't have to worry about if it's you and another guy and y'all are the same average or y'all the same academically. I mean, same athletically. You know who they're gonna choose to get in because
That academic is the deal breaker.
they need it. They need it.
That GPA booster.
Exactly. Speaking of boosts, Stephen Curry has been shooting the ball like he has a skill boost on NBA 2K, and he has been for years. And I don't think that's argued that he's been the greatest shooter of all time for a long time now. But last night he made it, I guess, truly official. J.R. Smith has a 4.0 right now in college. That is true.
Yeah, he's at what? It's
Don't
not
get me a line.
North Carolina State.
Georgia State, right?
No, North Carolina State, ain't it?
No, not North Carolina State for sure.
No. It's
He's at AT&T.
yeah, AT&T, North Carolina AT&T.
Yeah, he's at AT&T. He's at AT&T. I'm about to say, I know for sure not North Carolina State.
He's a student athlete. He's on the golf team.
He's a student athlete. He's on the golf team. He's in school. He's loving it. He's loving it as far as what I'm hearing or what the interviews I've been seeing. And like Brando just said, he's got the 4.0 going.
Yep. And was he was right out of high school guy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So shoot, he's going back and living that life again.
Exactly. But but he's passed it all right. I think it's easy. I think it's a lot easier for him to be worried about the books, right? Because I mean, J.R. Smith, yes, he did party when he was in the NBA for a lot of his younger years and things like that or whatever. But I mean, he's an older guy now. He's obviously not going golfing in the frat parties turning up. Maybe a couple because he still is J.R. Smith.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he's just out there just doing it up like a college kid.
No, I mean by just being on a college campus, period, just getting that college experience, you know what I'm saying? The going to class and projects and all that stuff.
Yeah, most definitely. But Steph Curry last night kind of solidified that he's the greatest shooter of all time because he has made the most 3-pointers of all time.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's done it in a short time span, kind of. You know, a lot of less shots for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you said he done it with a lot less shots?
Yeah.
I mean, I had no idea. Well, I think I didn't know who he was, but like I said, the first time I saw him was when Davidson had made the Final Four.
Yeah, I believe that's true. Yeah, everybody just when Steph Curry pretty much stepped on the map.
Right, and he was shooting lights out then. He just was, and you know what I'm saying, it's weird when you watch basketball. You see guys and they look short to you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize he was like what 6'3".
Yep.
But he looked short on the court because everybody around him is 6'7", 7 foot.
Exactly.
Everybody taller than him. So I'm thinking, man, this little dude ain't gonna have no career in the NBA. He's one of them guys that he sparked during the tournament. Everybody got behind him. Yay! Then he gets to the league and it just whack him. You know what I'm saying? He had some early injuries in the beginning, but once he got all that situated, it was lights out from there.
Yeah, Curry's a different type of player, right? Because I feel like everything it played into Curry. Everything played out right for Curry because he gets to the Warriors and he's not the guy when he gets to the Warriors.
No, they had Baron Davis.
I don't know if it was Baron Davis. But I know he wasn't the guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But the league, which he was a big part of it too. You know what I'm saying. But the league kind of went to his style. Over, his first year actually being, Curry 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The guy we all know right now. I feel like that the league immediately changed right then. You know what I mean? Like we gotta do this.
And he became the face of it. You talking about just the 3-point game?
Yeah, like people just shooting the rock.
Yeah.
Now,
he became the face of it.
Exactly. So once the league changes, everybody shooting the rock. Now it's normal. It's normal for you to pull up. It's not crazy for you to pull up from the logo.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now it's not crazy for you to dribble, inside, back, outside, turn around and throw it up. That's not crazy anymore. So now you're comfortable where everybody else is pushing to do it.
Yeah, if everybody trying to do it, it's right in your wheelhouse.
Exactly.
You
So
you like prepared for this.
exactly. The league conforms to Steph Curry's game, and now we see it. You even see it in high school.
Yeah, there's no more like used to. You kid dribble in, get to the paint, lay up. At my gym, I watch kids dribble into the paint and go right back out to the outside and shoot that three. Shoot the three. They'll pass in. The big man will have an easy layup, but nope, he kicking it back out because they want that three. They want to see the three.
They want to see the three.
And I believe the three has replaced the dunk.
It almost has. Three has almost replaced the dunk in a lot of sense. And I think it's because, first of all, in high school, a lot of people can't dunk. It's a lot easier to learn how to shoot than it is to learn how to dunk. You know what I mean? Sometimes it don't matter if you know how to dunk, you still can't dunk.
Right.
So if you can figure out how to put that thing in the hole a little bit, you're gonna shoot it. And so and it is more points. Even though it's only one more point, right?
Yep.
It's only one more point than a dunk or a layup or anything like that. It feels like it's more.
Yep.
Even if you go to a game and watch it, a guy goes through, dribbles through his legs, maybe breaks the guy off a little bit. The people are more excited about him breaking the guy off than they are about the finish, right?
Right.
Brandon Lewis says he eliminated the big man. Real centers have no value in the league anymore.
And I totally agree with that.
I agree. I agree to an extent. Real centers have no value, and I think I'm not gonna say they have no value. They have less value because we still see guys. We still see like the big boy over in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Doing his thing. Joel Embiid.
Embiid.
Yeah, we still see him over there doing his thing, and he's one of the best in the league, and he's highly touted. Leading up to this season, Anthony Davis, big man was highly touted. He's kind of struggling right now, but he's highly touted, even though he is trying to move his game to the outside, which I think is killing him. But we'll talk about that on another pod as well, because the Lakers are pissing me off.
Oh, yeah.
He said Dwight Howard overnight became a scrub. He said they should be getting more rebounds. But the rebounds are going back out to the outside because they're shooting that shit from so deep.
Exactly.
Mobley. And they shoot like you, so you know it's going over to the other side of the half court off the brick.
Yeah, that's true. Every three ball not going in, but they shooting so far and so hard. When they hit that rim, it's bouncing back to the outside.
Exactly. But I'm telling you right here, the next athletic big man, and I hope he's out there, and one day I hope he listens to the RTL podcast, and it's turn him up. The next athletic big man who can also shoot the three is going to take the league by storm. He can post up for show. And he's athletic, so he can when all these teams are going with this small ball lineup, he can still be on the floor and totally dominate the game. If you're 7 foot right now, you should be working on your feet.
Yep. All day.
And your speed if you want to play basketball. The only thing about the athletic, if you're that athletic and if you become that athletic to where you can play small ball at 7 foot at the center position, not KD, not tall and lanky, I'm saying Shaq. You should be playing football probably. That's the only thing.
Playing football. But who's the guy?
Who's what guy?
You said the next athlete, and you hope.
No. I said I don't know who he is.
Oh shit!
I'm saying the next one that comes through.
I thought you had somebody in mind. I'm over here waiting. Like, all right, bro. You gonna say his name?
No, most centers in the league can shoot a three. They don't shoot threes. There's a difference. Steph Curry shoots threes. You know what I'm saying? Steph Curry shoots threes. Those other guys can't shoot a three. Hell, I can shoot a three. I can make about 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what the centers are shooting. That's what the centers are shooting in the NBA. I'm talking about somebody who can actually shoot the rock, like a legitimate stroke.
Yep. They shooting that thing. They throw up 10, they hitting 8.
Exactly.
All day.
And they're a problem in the paint. Big body.
So would you say that Steph Curry is one of the most influential players in our generation?
In our generation, he is the most influential player.
Or what about throughout the history of the NBA?
Throughout the history of the NBA, he is top 3 most influential, I believe. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have an order for you right now, but he is top 3 most influential, and that's MJ. I say MJ in there, AI, and Steph on influence.
That would be the. I think that's the order I would have.
And that may be the order. That may be the order right there. MJ, and y'all let me know if y'all have any different feel. MJ, AI, Steph Curry. I think those are the most 3 influential basketball players that I know. If you got anything else to say, you say it. But I mean, Jordan obviously changed the way that the basketball looked, right? You know what I'm saying? The slow movement, passing it around, and all that shit. Jordan kind of he kind of changed that. He made it look a lot better. Going through his legs, spin moves, tongue out, jumping from the free throw line. You know what I'm saying? Just doing flashy shit actually in 5-on-5 basketball.
Right.
That was Jordan. He changed the game to that. People love to see that. Allen Iverson comes in. He's got the big jersey, pants, headband. You know what I'm saying? Tatted up, braids to the back,
big chains.
You know what I'm saying? Big chains, big jeans, tall tees when he walking in to the stadium. And then he played with such a rugged, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, break your ankle style.
Yeah.
And he changed the game. Everybody out there dribbling. Oh, wanting to dribble the ball like AI, wearing shorts and pants like AI.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I believe AI took the basketball culture and brought it into the fashion culture. You know?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like the gym shorts, like baggy gym shorts, wearing baggy gym shorts out in public, wearing baggy, you know what I'm saying?
And people say that, you know what I'm saying, it was the Fab Five that started the baggy shorts, but AI is what brought it over to the fashion off the court. You know what I'm saying? People want baggy shorts, you know, baggy basketball shorts off the court. That was the only
fitted hats that's a little too big.
Yep.
That's Allen Iverson, man. And he did that for the NBA. And then you have Stephen Curry who comes around, and he changes literally the way the game is played, not just in the NBA, but throughout the entire country on all levels.
Yep. Like I said, I'll watch these little kids play in the gym. You know what I'm saying? And it's all threes. There's nobody in the paint. Nobody. You got one fat kid in the paint. But guess what he's doing? As soon as he gets the rebound, he can easily throw it back up and lay it up. Nobody knows.
He's dishing it back out.
That shit back out.
One fat.
Yeah, no, it's true. But guess what though? Don't let his ass get down in that paint because he gonna
pull it. He gonna pull it.
He waited his whole life. Shit.
Hey, I'll tell you. Hey, my senior year. Shout out Billy B. My senior year, bro, we beating some team pretty bad, and I come in the game. You know what I mean, or whatever. And the whole time I'm sitting beside coach on the bench, you know, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna shoot me a 3 tonight. I'm finna shoot me a 3 tonight. You know, saying or whatever. He's like, hey, I'm telling you, don't shoot that ball. Don't shoot a 3. We beating the mess out of these cats. Hey, I ain't in the game 5 seconds, y'all. I ain't in the game 5 seconds. We get the board, come down. Oh, hey, fast break. We come down fast break. They pass me the thing. Like I'm gonna dribble it in. No, sir. I look right at the coach. Hey, I looked at him. Hey, brick that hole. It goes out of bounds. Hey, check me out of that hole right there. So Steph Curry, I was already doing it. But no, I'm just saying, man. Everybody wants to shoot the 3 ball down, man. Yep. And Steph Curry did that. So people are trying to put Steph Curry like on the top 5 and shit list of all time players. No. But as far as influential, top 3. And that's where the buck stops for me.
Yep. And that's only because they won't allow LeBron to be an influence. They hate on him so much. Because truth be told,
no, go ahead.
Truth be told, if you look at an NBA player that you would want, if I had a son and I had to pick an NBA player for my son to be a role model of, it would be LeBron. He's everything that people say they want in a man.
Okay, now let me. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. Well, let me tell you why LeBron James is not the biggest influence, and he could never be. Because I don't give a damn how much you want to be like LeBron, as far as physically and basketball wise, you cannot. A lot of LeBron is just strictly natural. I'm not saying he's not a skilled player. Obviously, he's the best. I think he's the best basketball player to ever touch the basketball. But Like right, if I started playing, let's say I started playing basketball when I was 4 or 5 years old. Right
Yeah.
now, or when I was watching LeBron. LeBron's moves don't work for me because I'm not 6'8". I'm not 250.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I will never be able to be that big and move that fast unless I become that big.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I can teach myself how to shoot a three. I can teach myself how to shoot and go through shooting lessons my whole life and become how to shoot. Mobley, we don't even want to talk about. We don't even want to get on this. He's talking about LeBron 60% free throw shooter.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with this conversation, Brandon?
Oh yeah. All I said was
That's the hate, though. But that's what I would want to aspire. I would want to aspire that every time my name comes up, that somebody got to try to dig at my shit because that's how cold I am.
Because I said nothing about his game. I said if I had a son who I want to be influenced by an NBA player, it'd be LeBron based off the type of person he is. Say nothing about his game.
He is the best player, Brandon. He is the best player. He is the best. Hey, just like Cam said, hate. LeBron is by far the best player to ever play basketball. By far. All right? Yeah, he shoots the 60% from the free throw line, but hell, they ain't calling fouls for him anyway.
Yeah. And when people talk about GOAT is not consisted of one category. It's everything all encompassed in one thing. There's a lot. Tom Brady is the GOAT. He can't run for shit. But he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT in football. Oh,
Hey.
boy, hey, it's when you hit a nerve now. Nobody was saying nothing in the chat. Once now the chat jumping.
Hey, you can't mention LeBron's name. Folks start coming out the woodwork. Hey, the views might run up to about 2025 real quick. I say LeBron. Maybe we just need to title every podcast LeBron James.
LeBron's the greatest.
Look, now it's still going up right now.
Change my mind. LeBron's the greatest. Change my mind. Hey, by the way, hey, if you tuning in, please hit that share, hit that subscribe on YouTube, hit that like button, bring more people in, and we can have a chat jumping, and we can hopefully have some people hop on and share their opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hop on this thing, man. Share your opinion. If you got all that trash talk about LeBron, I can go all day with you talking about that LeBron stuff, man.
Oh, as soon as you said something about the views, they started shooting.
Bro, LeBron is the GOAT. That's all there is to it, man. I don't even want to get into it tonight because he's the GOAT. And I don't want to get away from what we're talking about, which is the influence. The only reason LeBron's not the biggest influence, like J-Mo didn't want to be LeBron because he could never be LeBron.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? J-Mo never aspired to be LeBron because he could never be LeBron. J-Mo, you dribble in the paint, you're going to get your shit whacked. You know what I'm saying? LeBron go in the paint, he dunking on everybody. That's the difference.
Yep.
I can't aspire to be that because I don't have that physical ability.
Yep.
See what I'm saying?
And it's wild because even me growing up, I remember watching Jerome Bettis. And I like Jerome Bettis, but I knew I will never be that big. I can't. Yeah. His play style is not my play style, so therefore he was never one of my favorite players because I can't be him.
Yeah,
I can be Emmett, I can be Barry Sanders, I can be Walter Payton, even though I've never saw Walter Payton play live. I've seen all highlights, but I can be them guys. I can be a Tony Dorsett or a Tiki Barber. I can't be a Jerome Bettis, so I'm not. I don't. His game doesn't matter to me.
Exactly, it
matters as a running back, but it doesn't fit my style.
Exactly, and people are always. I don't even want to keep using the word hate on, but people always have something to say about people or things like they can never reach. Like Tom Brady will never be the most liked football player, right? Because he's always won everything, and like that's a reason to hate him.
Yeah, but I think he is now. I think when he was with the Patriots, so much shit came with being a Patriot that people didn't like him. Because I even found myself I didn't like Tom Brady as a Patriot. When he came to the Buccaneers, not that he Buccaneer, but he just seemed to be a more approachable person when he's now he's with the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I get that. He seems, but I talked about this with somebody else the other day actually. No, and I think it's because I talked about this.
No, bro, we'll do 2 times no more. And don't be telling folks where I work at.
Hey, my bad. That killed me. That just killed me.
Podcast.
Hey, but for real though. Oh man. I don't even know what I was saying, man. But no, LeBron, or no, Tom Brady will never be the most liked. LeBron will never be the most liked. Cristiano Ronaldo will never be the most liked.
Nope.
People who are the best at what they do, and people can't reach that because, like, how many people are going to put together 19 years of how LeBron's put together 19 years? You can't even fathom it, right? Nobody can even fathom it. People are still amazed by him just dunking the ball right now. The way he's still dunking the ball, not let alone going for 30.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Same with Tom Brady. He what 40, 43?
Exactly.
43 and busting young cats' heads.
And so I think that's why people hate on that, or people have something to say about it. They have to talk bad about it because, like, it's not supposed to be going on. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Like when the Patriots are always in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady's always in the Super Bowl. But that's not supposed to happen. LeBron James, every year you turn on the finals, he always in it. That's not supposed to happen. See what I'm saying?
Hey, hold on. Say J-Mo, you cannot say that Tom Brady's the GOAT. Even though we say he is, you can't say he is because your whole argument as to why George's the GOAT is because he never lost in the finals. Brady has lost in the Super Bowl, 3 of them. So your stance on Tom Brady being the GOAT, you can't even say that because of your stance on Jordan.
Exactly. J-Mo's stance on Jordan is strictly off his name.
That's it.
It's strictly off his name. His name is Jordan, and his motherfucker's last name is Jordan. And he liked the shoes, so he riding with Jordan.
That's
basketball wise. Come on, man. It's not. Come on, man. Get up out of here with that shit. But Steph Curry is top 3 most influential, but that's where the buck stops for Steph Curry. But now I want to get on to the sports fans now because I talked to you on the phone about this earlier, and now that it's happening right in front of our face. Had anyone else, had any other player, had Kawhi Leonard gone on this run, had Steph Curry gone on this run, had Kevin Durant gone on the run that LeBron has gone on, sports fans all around the world would embrace them as the best who's ever done it.
Right.
Period.
Hey, hold on quick. J-Mo, pull the stats up, and I promise LeBron James has passed Jordan every stat. Every stat. Do your facts, bro. Like,
as I'm gonna keep going, please never interrupt me for a Mobley comment again. I don't even know what I was saying, man. What was I just saying?
You saying if Kawhi Leonard had went on this run?
Oh yeah, if anybody else had gone on this run, sports fans would have embraced them, and you know they would be the best, and nobody could talk about them and all this shit. But LeBron does it. LeBron goes in this run, and people still want to hate. What is the issue with LeBron? It ain't the flopping because we're sitting there talking about Steph Curry. We're on this broadcast to LeBron fans, and we're able to talk about Steph Curry, who every time he dribbles the ball down the court, if you get within an inch of him, he throws his head back and body back as if he got hit. That is flopping. Look, that is flopping. Yeah, he actually played 19 seasons, and he's been to the finals 10 damn times. 10 times, 4 rings. Look how many people are in the Hall of Fame with no rings.
Yep, no rings.
And we're gonna sit here and talk about somebody who's got 4. Like, that's petty. And I'm not gonna even have it. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna go down to ring talk because ring talk is a team sport. Last time I checked, when you played basketball to win a ring, you had to be on a team. You couldn't go out there and play one-on-one and get an NBA Finals ring. All right. I ain't gonna even get on that. So we're not gonna go down to ring talk. But if anybody, let's just talk about players. Let's just talk about what players do. How many times has Jordan scored 28 on somebody's noggin and they gave that player defensive MVP?
Never.
How many people got famous off getting 30 put on their noggin? From holding any of these other people y'all trying to talk about. There are people right now who are known for their defense because they held LeBron James to 30 points in a playoff game.
Shit.
And if you don't know who I'm talking about Andre Iguodala, and I'm talking about Kawhi Leonard.
Yep.
Now let's keep it a buck. Do they play tremendous defense? Yes, but they got 30 put on their noggin.
30.
Where was your tremendous defense? Well, did he have to put 50 on you for your defense to be trash? Or for your defense to be okay? Or is your defense still high level and this is just that guy?
He just that guy. Because anybody else, you'd have shut him down altogether. And he got 30 on you.
But nobody want to talk about that. Nobody want to talk about Jordan had 2. J-Mo says he had 8 points in the whole playoff game, which you're going to have to pull that up for me, Shawty. Second of all, Jordan had 2 points in the whole game. So what's that? So which one's bigger, 8 or 2?
Last time I checked, my Pleasant Grove education, it was 8. 8's bigger than 2.
You see what I'm saying? Got me out here got me out here up in my seat. But the exactly, people act like, hey, my boy Kiki in the comments right here saying people acting like Jordan didn't lose. That's the thing. Why y'all acting like this guy never lost? That's why they only can bring up the 6-0 in the finals.
That's it. What about times he didn't make it there? When Detroit was on his head, and he had to go get what's his name?
Rodman. I'm telling you, man. Nothing. I just need a better argument from y'all Jordan fans out there, man. I need a better argument. I'll give him, he's influential. Number one influential. All right? I know a few people that entered that raffle this weekend. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. I'm not taking anything away from Jordan. What he did was what he did, even though it's another podcast. But if that a lot of that shit wouldn't fly today, but it's all right. We ain't gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about that. A lot of that shit wouldn't fly today. But he did what he did. I'm not taking nothing about it. If LeBron was in that era, J-Mo, he just talked about the three-peat. And I promise y'all, I'm getting off this ring talk and championship talk after this statement. I promise y'all, I am. If LeBron played in that era, he would have 10-peated. And that's all I'm gonna say. He would have 10-peated. Let's be real. Keep it a book, y'all.
And yeah, Kobe got 5, but 3 of them were Shaq's.
Man, keep it a book. Ain't none of them doing none of that in this era of in this era of basketball. He wasn't making it past the first round with a mediocre squad. Exactly. Yeah. Hey, keep it 1,000 wow. None of that glory roads going on all them run shit is happening in this NBA.
It's not.
Unless you get a team like the Warriors who can shoot the shit out that hoe.
Yep. And because I've seen games back then when Warriors on they run, there'd be games where they be
and even the Warriors got beat in the finals. By who? All right then.
Hey, but there's games where I'd watch the Warriors, they'd be like 30-15, they getting smacked. And they go on a run where it's just 3, and now they up.
Exactly. And unless you have that team put together, bro, you're not going on the runs. You're not going on runs. And while they were going on their run, who was they meeting there every time?
Yep.
With nowhere near as stacked of a team. It's just factual, man. But yep. I'm off the ring talk. LeBron is goated out here.
All day.
LeBron is goated out here. And that's all there is to it.
We are pro LeBron at the RTL.
Oh, yeah. It's all LeBron over here. So, hey, anytime y'all ready for that conversation, we can have it any day of the week.
Hell, I've even, and I'm going to get off this conversation after this one, but I even heard people say LeBron ain't the GOAT because Space Jam sucked. Neither one of them could act. They're basketball players. They are not actors.
Exactly. That's my first thing when they was like, man, LeBron James acting was trash. I'm going to say, well, we're going to sit here and act. Are we really going to sit here and act like Jordan just was out here acting his ass off in the first Space Jam? Well, he didn't use his real kids. Neither did Jordan. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Sports fans, and I'm a sports fan, so I'm talking about myself in here too, because I know there's times where I lack. We are trash as sports fans, man.
We're bad, and I know I'm guilty of it.
Space Jam 1 was excellent. We're gonna talk about the R. Kelly song at the end too, or what? Yeah, Space Jam was excellent. That's how y'all coming. So that's how I'm coming.
Oh man, but speaking of basketball, bro, I was watching this video. This cat, I think he played for Houston.
Hey, hold on, real quick. Hold on. Brandon Loris is in the comments and says he likes how we're avoiding the dirt comments. I didn't see the dirt comments, so please pop the dirt comments up on the screen.
I don't know. I can go back up. Man, y'all got. Oh, yeah, I can.
Listen, I don't even know what the dirt comment was, but that dirt team put together the best run. He had 2 Hall of Famers that lost to Dirk and a bunch of scrubs. I agree with you. But put Kobe in that same sentence because they got swept just the round before, baby. Just the round before, baby. They got swept up out of that thing. That Mavericks team went on the best run ever. Dirk will always get his props from me for that run, but I don't think that takes anything away from LeBron. We obviously saw that team, when they got in the playoffs, they did what they did. They turned up and they just had a team that was good enough to win it that year.
Yep.
What happened to them? What happened to their asses after that?
No.
All right, then. They still ain't sniffed the finals again. So they just put together that run. But at the end of the day, man, the GOAT conversation is truly over. It's been over, man. Y'all just some haters, especially when you start bringing in shit like the movie and shit. I know it's over.
At least LeBron James' kid's good at basketball. Man, we can talk about this all day, and you're not gonna change anybody's mind because as sports fans, we are hard-headed and we're stuck in our ways. Unless you come with, or I ain't gonna say that, but you can come with die-hard facts, and people still find some kind of way out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all, and this is why, if y'all think I'm just being mean to Mobley, this is why I'm being mean to Mobley. I don't respect his sports knowledge. He says Dirk is greater than LeBron. Come on, man. Spoken out of true hate.
Last time I checked, Dirk had 1 ring.
But that's the thing. It don't matter that Dirk only got 1 ring and LeBron got 4. It doesn't matter in that. That's how it is as sports fans. It don't matter.
It matters when it comes to Jordan, LeBron. Jordan got 6. Oh, Dirk better than Jordan. But he got 4 and he got 1. It don't matter. He's still better. All right, whatever. But like I said, sports fans, we stuck in our ways, and regardless of getting like cold hard facts, at the end of the day, people are stuck in their ways. They're not going to change their mind, and it just is what it is. That's why I really don't even like having these conversations, because no matter what you say, the other person always going to find a way to wiggle out of it. You know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Hey, Scottie Pippen was better than MJ. Now, leave me alone.
I was saying, though, I wish I'd have got the kid's name, but I saw this video, and, it reminded me of basically something I would do. At a game, they just lose to Alabama in a heartbreaking way. His team storms off. He the last one out. Coach is kicking over trash cans.
Oh, I saw this.
And this kid stopped and just look, and just started picking up the trash. I'm like, man, like either one, he didn't play and he was trying to just like, screw out, I'll pick it up. Or he just a really genuine.
No, he's just the moral guy on the team, right? Every team's got one. We all know it. You've been in the locker room. It's the guy when y'all getting whether y'all getting your last beat by 20 or y'all getting your last beat by 50 or y'all winning by 20 or 50. He got the same energy. Come on, guys, we can do this. Play better. Score 0-0. It's that motherfucker. He the one cleaning up the trash. I knew immediately when I saw him. I'm like, oh yeah, that's him. And that's not a bad thing to be. That's actually a really good person. You know what I'm saying?
Every team needs that one guy.
Exactly. He's just the guy that's got to have hard skin because he's going to get cussed out a lot.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Going to get cussed out a lot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all getting drugged by 30. Come on, guys. You shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it reminds me. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want the people go mess with him. But we had this one kid. He played football with us, and he didn't play at all, really. I think special teams. But we're getting ready to play Liberty Aloe. And LaMichael James out there warming up and running and stuff, and he yelled at LaMichael, you ain't getting no yards tonight. And LaMichael looked at him and said, I see you on the field. And he responded with, no, you won't. But he was our morale guy, because no matter what, he was gonna be cheering, win or lose. He was out there yelling his top of his lungs, man.
Exactly. And every team needs that guy. and that's the good guy to have. He's like probably one of the most liked guys off the field. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Like he's always hanging out with everybody on the team and shit. But like during workouts or during conditioning or during the games, like he's the most hated motherfucker on the team.
When you 15 sprints in or 15 hashes in, he said, "Come on, guys, there's a couple more." And you like, bro, one, don't touch me. Shut up, man. I'm just trying to get through this, man. I don't want to think about it.
Don't touch me and don't say my name.
Yeah. He said, "Try hard."
I'm telling you, bro. But yeah, when I saw that video, I know, and he got his props. You know, a lot of people, gave him his hand claps and everything, as they should. You know, that was definitely a good thing to do. Pick up the trash. I didn't see the controversial call. I tried to go look for it and find it, but I didn't see it. I didn't see the controversial call.
So what happened was Alabama came down and they I think they shot a three, right?
Yeah.
To win it. Well, the ball bounced off the back, and the center for Houston jumped up and knocked it down.
Yeah.
If he wouldn't have hit the ball,
it wouldn't have went in.
It wouldn't have went in, and it would have been game over. But the fact that he hit the ball, and even from the camera, it looked like his hand missed it, but they still said he touched it. They gave Bama the 3. Game's over.
Damn.
Yep. I think we can't see emojis in here. I don't know why.
Yeah, we can. I can right there.
You can see it? Oh, I know. It's my MacBook. I can't see it. That's
okay.
Yep.
I'm about to say.
What was it?
That right there.
Oh, what up, Chris Reams? Hey, that was my boy. Back when we had the Red Wolf days. Old lineman, baby.
Hey. Man, every time I think about the Red Wolves, that shit make me laugh.
Hey, hey, we were some dogs, man.
Hey, but he gets his props for cleaning up the trash, but that was a great thing. But you got it. I mean, that's just what happens. Emotions get high. You know, people start kicking stuff, throwing stuff. I don't know why that's our human first emotion. We grab shit and throw it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess, Alabama hold us, so we're going to make them clean up this trash. You know, I guess that was going to make you feel better about the loss. I don't know. But shout out to the dude for picking up the trash. Keep being who you are, man. Don't let nobody stop your shine. Don't let us talking our shit stop you from doing what you got to do.
No, man, it ain't my age. I just got an old MacBook.
That's what's that Trey age starting to show with the Facebook technology.
I started this Facebook shit. Hey, my first Facebook page, I had it when you had to have a college email address. I just got lucky because when I signed with Navy, they gave me a college email address already, so I was able to get on a little early.
Trash days.
I know, right? Well, you can only see your page.
Hey, man. Hey, I heard MySpace is making a comeback.
Hey, you see that, don't you?
I remember when Trey put up 365 yards rushing that game. Oh, yeah, that's when I knew that shit was trash.
Oh, damn.
I'm just saying, I keep it a buck. We keep it a buck on RTL. If you get off the couch and rush for 365 yards in a football game, that either the team you're playing against are literally trash or the league you're playing against is poo cheese. And yes, if you play semi-pro football, your league is trash. I don't care what y'all say. Maybe there's one out there that's better than what I know, but from what I've seen, the leagues are trash. I know dudes, they get off from jobs, dropping their kids off at daycare, and go out there and run that shit up on y'all. So no, y'all shit is not legit. That shit is trash.
It was not every team.
Bro, y'all played the number one team.
And dubbed them.
Yeah. The first game I ever came to, y'all was playing the number one team. That's why I came to the game, because I was thinking I was going to get to see y'all play against some real talent. You know what I'm saying? And the only talent was on y'all's team.
No, Chris is he is right though. The Oklahoma Thunder, man, them cats got they got charter buses, they got sponsorships, TV deals, all that shit. They actually legit, which I don't know how they're able to use.
That's what I just said. There may be some out that I have not seen, but from what I have seen, no sir. Even the shit on YouTube, no sir.
But I don't know how they get away with using Oklahoma Thunder, because that's like trademark.
Shit, they might let everybody in Oklahoma use it. Bring that pub in. Shit,
they need it.
I don't know, man. I ain't trying to get on nobody that play semi-pro. If you play semi-pro, man, do your thing. I'm just saying, don't be out here thinking you really out here. Hey, you can go play at Bama tomorrow or some shit because that ain't gonna happen.
We had some cats thinking we had to pay for them to go to the Dallas Cowboy regional tryouts or something. I'm like, bro, this is for fun, G.
Exactly, man. Hey, it ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I play men's league baseball. I ain't trying to go to the Red Sox though. You know what I'm saying? Like I know at the end of the day, I'm about to take my ass to work on Monday. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. I think a lot of times when it comes to semi-pro, a lot of these coaches they don't give the players like an actual. They don't be real with them up front. Like, hey, but like, and I did. Me and CJ did it. Say, look, hey, you ain't going to the league from this. You ain't going to college off this. This is all for fun, man. So if you work a job and you ain't got no insurance, you probably don't want to be out here because you get hurt. We ain't paying for it. We ain't got no funds, man. We up at Chicken Express trying to get donations.
if you ain't got no insurance, you might want to reevaluate.
It just
Oh my god!
but it was fun though. I would do it. I would go back and do it again. It was fun, just for the laughs. The laughs will keep you coming back.
Oh yeah, and I believe it was fun. And because I know playing the baseball shit is fun. You know what I'm saying? But it just wasn't ever for me.
Hey,
I couldn't get out there and get it.
Over at Tuscany Game Day don't cover silverbacks.
Who?
The silverbacks.
I don't know.
Hey Morgan, if you're watching this, y'all need to be covering football and go talk to my boy over at the silverbacks, and I can do a little Saturday thing, football. Because when football is gone,
hey, he is not. First of all, hold up. He is not volunteering my ass to work on no Saturday.
No, listen. When football season, when high school football is done, that's when the semi-pros kick up. Y'all, hey, go out there and film.
It's on Saturday.
Yes, on Saturdays.
Exactly.
I mean, it's more than you that film.
I'm just saying. Hey, you put it out there. That's gonna have my name attached to it. Hey, sorry guys out there in the semi-pro, but I don't think we're gonna make it.
Man, somebody should. If not you, then who?
I don't know. I asked you. That's why I said who. But no, man. Shout out to them guys over there, man. Wish y'all all the best in y'all's upcoming season. Since I guess if it starts after high school football, it's about to kick up. You know what I'm saying? So wish y'all all the best in y'all season, man. Be careful out there because that football shit, hey, when there ain't no bag attached to it, to me, it ain't worth it.
Exactly.
But it's that time in the show, man. If anybody likes to click that link and come on, you want to talk about your semi-pro team, it's your chance to shout them out. You want to come on and talk about NIL rules, how you feel about them, it's your time to come on. If you want to come on and talk about how you are for or against the portal, it's your time to come on. And for all the RTL faithfuls out there that's listening right now, this is your time to like, share, subscribe if you haven't yet. But most importantly, share, man, because we want to get more people involved with RTL. And we've gotten a little bit far away from it here recently, but we want to get back to it. And that's having our guest on.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We want to bring our guests back on. We want to, if you have a company, local or national, however you are running your operation, come on, shout it out, talk to us, shoot the shit about the sports, about things going on around the country. That's what the RTL is for. That's what we originally started this podcast for, is to put our guys on. So if you want to come on and shout out any business function, anything coming on, you know what I'm saying? Shout it out. We will tell you. If you get on here acting crazy, that ejecto button is active. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, come on, give your spiel, and we love to have you here on the RTL, man. And then plus, our fans on Spotify and Apple podcasts to get to hear you and hear what you get to say, because they can't see the comments. Y'all got to remember that.
Yeah, they can't see the comments. Nope. Unless you go to YouTube. YouTube, you can see the comments, but only the YouTube comments. You can't see the Facebook comments. But on YouTube, you can see both comments, which I think is backwards, but it is what it is. Hey, man, I see you sporting that Vortex shirt, man.
You see it, baby. You see it. Hey, I want to say this, too, since I said the Vortex. Shout out my boy Rex Hayes, man. I am not blowing you off. I am not blowing you off, bro. I promise you. I know I hit you up on something totally different than the hunting shit, but I am not blowing you off. I still want to get out there, and when I come on and bring my African partner, Ron Makaramba, The newest U.S. Hey, matter of fact, give my boy a hand clap, man. Shout out my boy Ron Macarumba. The newest U.S. citizen I know. The newest, I'm gonna say it again. The newest U.S. citizen I know, man. My boy just got a citizenship. So shout out to my boy Macarumba. But I'm gonna bring my boy out there, man. We're gonna go hunt some pigs. We're gonna get them done. We're gonna do pigs with the bow. People are talking like it's crazy. It's my first time doing it. And Rex, you told me it was all good.
Bro,
Every time I say this to somebody, they act like I'm crazy.
no, I'm gonna tell you why, bro. Because a lot of people, man, they really use guns, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with it being hard. It's just the fact that most people used to shooting them from 200-300 yards with a 6.5 Creedmoor with the infrared scope and all that. You don't know, bro. Hey, we get up on them with at the dreaded archer. We get up on them. We want to see them.
Hey, also speaking of that dreaded archer, give yourself a hand clap too for stopping dragging your feet. I realize he's sporting the newest dreaded archer merch. I've been working for y'all, man. I've been working for y'all. Y'all been asking for the merch. I've been working. There it is, right there. Check him out. Look at him. Ah, boy over there. What they say, smiling like a chess cat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I had to do it, man. Had to do it. It's about time. You talking about dragging my feet. I was dragging my feet. So she had to hop on, get the logo made. And shit.
Exactly, man. So now I need mine.
Hey, yeah.
Need mine.
Gonna send that cash out.
I almost spit my damn drink out, man.
Nah, man. Team Dreaded Archer, you know what I'm saying? If you and if you are an outdoorsman, you know what I'm saying, you hunt, you fish, whatever. Dreaded Archer, you don't gotta shoot a bow. You know what I'm saying? The Dreaded Archers, we welcome everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lifestyle.
Exactly. It's a lifestyle choice, man. Getting out there and it's trying new things. I know it's dreaded archer. It's tied to the bow because obviously he's an archer. That's just what he does. That's how he got out, and that's how he, decided to spend his time and try new things or whatever. I like to do it myself as well. But your new thing could be anything. You could be part of the dreaded archer team, and you like to go swimming in the lakes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you like to try and get out there.
And dreadlocks are not required.
It's not required.
Highly recommended, but not required.
Just promo.
But hey, but for real though, if you would like to be part of Team Dreaded Archer, you know what I'm saying, hit me up at the Dreaded Archer 17 on Instagram and we'll see what we can do.
Most definitely, man. Well, here we go. Another week down.
Yep.
Season 3, episode 3. We still here. We still spitting that knowledge, man. We still bringing that hot content for y'all. But at this point in the show, like always, mental health checks, man. 1 through 10. Let me know how you doing personally. What's going on in your life, man? Let me know how you doing physically, how you feeling out here, and business wise. What moves you making? Where we at?
All right, man. Personally, man, I'm sitting at about a 10. You know what I'm saying? Just getting ready for Christmas season. Spend time with family and friends. So got my last work with for the year out of the way, so the boss ain't coming back no more. So less stress is right after the year. Get my stores looking nice and hit that reset button on New Year's. Physically, man, I feel good. You know what I'm saying? Lost like 10 pounds. Still just trying to get that. Trying to find a happy medium where I want to be. Do I want to get the 225 or do I want to go down a little lower? I don't know. I ain't been below 225 since sophomore or freshman year in college, so don't know where I want to go, but I feel good though. And business wise, man, things are good. Dreaded Archer merch is coming. You know what I'm saying? Got the logo, got a couple shirts made. Be on the lookout for hats and beanies, hoodies, all that coming. And then the Dreaded Archer podcast, man, it's coming soon. It is coming soon.
There we go. There we go, man. There we go. And for myself, man, personally, I'm sitting at about an 8. You know what I'm saying? Everything smoothly rolling. Going out of town tomorrow for a little work. Coming back this weekend with the fam. So, everything A1. And I'm ready for Christmas. Got a few more gifts to buy, but other than that, man, I'm ready. I'm ready to just chill out, breakfast with the fam, Christmas Day, all the normal shit. I'm just ready for that this year.
Okay.
And it's Nora Girl's first Christmas, so that brings a little bit more excitement, what I'm saying, to it. And then physically, I'm straight, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing a little bit of training other people, not necessarily training myself, but I'm about to have to kick that in the high gear because September 17th will be here before we know it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be ready on that. And then
Gonna be a big September for me, man. Trying to not try. I will be at the wedding, but it's like, man, it's like that whole month gonna be busy on the road.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And then business wise, man, hey, we're here. RTL still rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm going out of town for work tomorrow, so it's all up and up. So I give myself about a 7 or 8 over there on the business side, man. It's been a little long week getting to Wednesday, but hey, we're here. So I give myself about a 7 or 8 right there, man. But other than that, all in all, man, everything is good. Give some last words for the people, man, before we get out of here.
Last word for the people, man. Hey, stay positive with these kids when they are picking their schools they want to go to, because this time of the year it's starting to pick up. The recruiting process is already stressful enough, and don't add more to the kids when they, if they think, if I pick this school, what's the media gonna say? What social media gonna say? Hey, leave that shit. If you ain't got nothing positive to say, as Lucille Boone would say, you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all.
Real talk though.
Let these kids enjoy this recruiting process. It's gonna be it's probably the best and stress-free, or not stress-free, but the best part of the recruiting process, and probably the most stressful part of it as well. So, you know what I'm saying? Just keep the stress down, keep the negativity down.
Most definitely. And then also, man, get these kids involved in something. I know he's talking about college athletes, but I'm just saying besides that, get these kids involved in something early, whether it be shooting a bow, whether it be gymnastics, whether it be dance, whether it be whatever it may be, the swim team, whatever it is, get these kids involved in something, man, because I'm telling you right now, our youth is really headed towards a dark spot. I know I speak for my city right now, locally, Texarkana. I know a lot of this shit gets swept under wraps, so you know what I'm saying? So, like, there's a certain side of town that don't really hear about a lot of this shit or don't really see it happening, and it's not really going on if it's not in your everyday life. But there's some bad shit going on in Texarkana right now. All right? So let's get these kids involved in some things early, and keep them out of these streets, man, because idle time is our worst enemy. Yep. You know what I mean? Idle time is our worst enemy, and I'll leave y'all with that. But like I said before, this is season 3, episode 3 of the Read, Talk, and Listen podcast. Actually, hold up. We didn't give out a clap of the day?
No, we didn't do a clap of the day.
and I had a clap of the day. Do you remember what it was? I can't believe we just forgot the clap of the day like that, man. What's going
on? Oh yes, it was about the Thanksgiving schedule.
Oh yeah, my clap of the day, man. Give Plies a clap, man. Give Plies a clap, man. Gotta give Plies a clap because we are saddened over here at the RTL that the Plies Thanksgiving food leftover schedule did not go around on social media this year.
I was waiting for it. I'm like, Thanksgiving didn't pass, but still, like, Thanksgiving coming. What a Thanksgiving schedule at? Because I always look for a little laugh, and I had to go find it on YouTube. I should have shared it out, but I didn't. I figured somebody else was gonna do it, and no, it didn't circulate this year.
It didn't circulate this year, man. Right, y'all. Y'all always remember that Fly's Thanksgiving food schedule because it don't only go for Thanksgiving. Also, this Christmas food because it's coming back up.
Yep.
We talk about the food a lot on Thanksgiving, but same thing with the Christmas food. Hey, if you still eating that shit a week and a half, 2 weeks later, go to the hospital. Take your ass to the hospital.
I'm gonna look and try to play it.
Don't get it. Hey, he about to get our money taken again, y'all.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and explain to some of y'all what I just had to tell my mama. Because some of y'all don't think you supposed to throw the leftovers away. At some point, the leftovers got an expiration date on them. It's a cap on the leftovers. You just can't keep eating them leftovers as long as you want to, man. Some of y'all might want to write this down because I'm finna give you the calendar and the itinerary for these leftovers. You cooked the food on Wednesday night. Thursday, you ate the food. Friday, that's when it was its best. Saturday, you're pushing it. Sunday, ain't no more leftovers, man. Monday, you tripping. Tuesday, your ass getting worms if you still eating them leftovers. Wednesday, hospital. Thursday, dead. That's the bottom line for these leftovers. Because some of y'all think you can just eat the leftovers how long you want to eat them. It don't work like that with the leftovers, man. It's an expiration date on them leftovers. Keep them for a couple days and get them out your refrigerator. Now I'm going to go ahead and explain.
Hey, but hey, I know, hey, growing up, man, them leftovers stayed around a long time.
Hey, real talk, bro. Real talk.
Me and you came up with something that hurt my feelings because now I see it in restaurants now. The Thanksgiving leftover sandwich. The sandwich. And as Plies would say, y'all might want to write this down. If you got on things, it worked for things. If you come from
dressing, you just need dressing.
You need some dressing. But if you come from a culture like ours, where you have the dressing and the cranberry sauce and turkey and all that, write this down. So what you do is you get the dressing is in the refrigerator, so it's kind of cold, so you can form it up like a patty. Not a thick patty, just enough where you get that little crisp layer, and it's all and it's hot all the way through. Put that bad boy on a skillet, pow, 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 brown both sides. Take it off. Take your dinner roll, brown them, little butter, brown them. Then you heat up your turkey. Then you put your dressing patty on a biscuit or dinner roll, preferred. Then you put the patty. Then you put the turkey. Then you put the cranberry sauce. And then, if you got a little Ghibli gravy, you sprinkle that over the top. And now you got Thanksgiving on the bun.
Thanksgiving on the bun. You can get spicy with it. Throw you some mac and cheese.
Yep.
You know, you just use your leftovers wisely. Use your leftovers wisely.
Yep.
And we're gonna leave y'all with that, just like that. And leave your use your leftovers wisely. On that note, this is season 3, episode 3 of the Read, Talk, and Listen podcast. I am your host, Nick Reed, along with my brother and co-host, Trey Reed, and we are out.
Peace.
What? I mean, it's been turning up with her. The girl around us and she loving her. If we don't know you, don't come close to her. If you with your girl, let me hear you say, what?